I've made $10,000 in the last 3 days clipping. For those of you who don't know, my clipping company does over $100,000 every single month. What I do is I take long form content, trim it into short form clips, and then distribute them on all social media platforms for businesses, brands, and influencers. This means I can get paid a retainer or a percentage of somebody's overall marketing budget. Now, how I do this is we actually have an in-house team, but recently something came out that I'm sure you guys have heard of called Whop. In this video, I want to detail the ways that you can make $500 to $10,000 every month by being a clipper, meaning no experience required, no company, no sales outreach DMs. And then also, if you guys want to do over $10,000 a month, how you can build your own agency, just like I did, to take advantage of the big trend right now that is clipping. So I'm sure you guys have already heard of Whop Content Rewards. Basically, this is a website where you can go and redeem campaigns and get paid per 1,000 views that you generate. So on this campaign, for example, $2 per 1,000 views. Now, if you want to be a clipper and make money doing this, right, all you have to do is essentially learn how to edit videos on CapCut and how to make accounts on TikTok and Instagram in order for you to go viral. I know it sounds easy, and that's because it is. I'm going to show you guys an example of videos that people have created in groups that I manage that have made them thousands of dollars. So for example, the Ambro campaign. If you were somebody who wanted to make money from this campaign, you would join it. You would then click the earn tab, which obviously you can see he has a content reward here for $3 per 1,000 views. You'll also see his eligible platforms, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. You'll click on this, and then it'll give you all of the campaign rules that you have to follow, the requirements, and where you pull the content from. Look at all of these people who have made $1,000 from one video, $1,000 from one video, $500 from one video, $450 from one video. It's insane. And not only is it insane, but these videos did not take much effort for them at all. At most, these videos are like 30 minutes long to edit, and these people are making $500. Again, what they are doing is they're following the campaign rules. They're creating accounts on TikTok and Instagram, or they're purchasing aged accounts. They're using a VPN if they're out of the US so they can target the US demographic countries. And then once they upload these videos on Ambro dedicated accounts, they are then submitting that video to Content Rewards so they can get paid. Now, for those of you guys who don't know, the back end of this campaign, which obviously I run the campaign so I can show you, this is what it looks like. We have people uploading 8 minutes ago, 31 minutes ago, 37 minutes ago, 38 minutes ago, 40 minutes ago, 43 minutes ago. People are constantly creating content and getting paid for the views they're generating. Like on this campaign alone, we've spent $96,000. 40,000 of that has happened in the last month. If we actually go to the approved section, I'll show you guys some of the accounts that are getting paid. For example, this video, 15,000 views 3 days ago. And all they did was, add some text on the screen, take the B-roll from the existing drive, and they got paid $47, and they're still getting paid out every hour. On Whop, you get paid out literally every hour. You get a notification to your phone, and then you can withdraw. It's extremely easy. Like, it's never been easier to make $500 to $10,000 a month doing this. Not only can you do clips, but you can also do UGC. If you guys went and saw my last video, I did this video with AJ Banks. He does UGC for Whop and made $20,000 on Content Rewards in literally his first 30 days. But there's something that nobody is telling you guys. There's something that no YouTuber wants to mention because they're not doing it or they want to gatekeep it. But I'm going to reveal it in this video. And if you've seen my other videos, you already know what it is. Agency, right? Having a clipping agency. Now, I know a lot of you guys have heard of social media marketing agencies. You've heard of e-com drop shipping. This is basically the new trend that everybody's picking up on, that everybody is starting to do, that I just so happened to start 3 years ago. Well, what does that mean, right? Well, before Whop, what I was doing was reaching out over Instagram DM to people like Sarah Safari, Amalfi Jets, etc., to run their clips for them. So basically my team would come in, create fan pages for people, help them go viral organically, so without spending any money on paid ads. This company has been extremely successful, and in January we were already doing about $60,000 to $70,000 every single month. Then Whop happened. Whop reached out to basically every single person, every industry, every niche, every business, and told them about what clipping is because of their service Content Rewards. Once this happened, our business has just skyrocketed. We were stuck at like 50 to 60,000 a month for like 5 months. And then Whop Content Rewards came out. We instantly scaled to 100. And I mean, probably in June, we'll probably end up doing $130,000. The margins are pretty healthy. It's at like a 30 to 40% net margin, meaning if you make $100,000 in sales, you can expect to profit 30 to 40. And the entire business is automated, meaning I don't know how to edit. I've never made clips myself, but I still am able to run this company without any knowledge of editing at all. All it takes is social media knowledge, social media strategy in order to portray your value accurately to the people that you speak with. So what does a clipping agency deal look like, right? Why does that take you to the $10,000 plus a month mark range? Well, for example, Ambro. I had seen that Ambro's campaign on Whop was not getting much spend. I saw that the chat was dead. They actually had to disable it because of how much hate there was. It had horrible reviews, but he was spending like $30,000 a month. So I actually reached out to him over Instagram. I told Ambro, hey, your campaign sucks. Let's revamp it. Let's get you the most amount of benefit as humanly possible. When I initially DM'd Ambro, he had 105,000 followers on Instagram. He now has 126,000 followers, grown completely organically. And as you can see, his engagement is absolutely nuts. What we did is we came in and took a percentage of his overall budget to manage the campaign for him. So you guys don't even need to hire editors anymore. You don't need to hire a massive staff. You can land a client like Ambro, take 100% of the profit for yourself, and just all you have to do is monitor submissions and monitor the chats. For example, on Ambro, anytime a video hits over 10,000 views, we'll sort by views and we will scroll down this list and ask all of these people for their viewership statistic. Anybody you see here 15 days ago, 24 days ago, these people literally never sent us their analytics, so we can't approve their video, right? However, the people that do, they get their videos approved almost instantly. So I just pay somebody to sit here, scope through the videos, make sure it follows all the rules, make sure nobody's view botting. And in return, we get 15% of the spent budget. So on a $100,000 campaign like we've had in the last 2 months, we made $15,000, which divided by the 2 months we've worked here is $7,500 every single month from one client. And if you're doing this workload yourself, which you 100% can do, you are making $7,500 a month, which by the way is $90,000 a year from landing one client. Now you might be wondering, Nate, how do I get clients, right? I'm new to clipping. I'm new to social media. I don't really know what I'm doing yet. First, you need to familiarize yourself with Whop and how that works. It's very easy. There's tons of tutorials online. I even have other videos where I go in depth on that. Once you have familiarized yourself with Whop, the next thing you want to do is figure out ways that you can increase your social media knowledge or your social media expertise. I'm sure a lot of you guys are like, Nate, I'm not qualified to do this. The thing is that if you are a doom scroller, if you're somebody who's chronically online, if you're watching this video, you probably understand content more than you know. I'll give you an example. Let's say I want to start a video and it's a vlog about my house. Which would you rather me start with? Number one, what's up everybody? So today I'm going to be doing a house tour. Here's my house. Here's the outside. It looks really cool. That's example number one. Example number two, I just spent $1.2 million on this house behind me. And in this video, we're going to tour the entire thing, show you all the crazy amenities and how I bought this house at the age of 24. You're obviously going to say option number two, right? If you said option number one, click off the video. Don't worry about it. If you said option number two, that means you have an innate ability to understand social media content. It really does not take much. I feel like everybody's a social media expert these days because of how much you are consuming on a daily basis. Once you understand, okay, I get social media, I understand what makes a good video. If it's something I would watch, then obviously it's a good video. You understand Whop. The third thing you want to do is be able to communicate the value. A great example of this is Amalfi Jets. When they started with us doing organic content, they had 200,000 followers. They now have 2.8 million followers in 8 months as a private jet chartering business. They got 4 billion organic views. Think to yourself, what do you think that did for their business? I mean, needless to say, right? Their business has exploded in success. This is the value. This is what you're selling to people, is the ability for them to get organic views that will drive customers, leads, followers, brand recognition, and that is invaluable right now in social media. Gone are the days of Google searching what business to go to. Gone are the days of Google searching what restaurant or CPA to work with. Everybody wants to work with the people and see the people and talk to the people that are on their algorithm every single day. It builds trust. It introduces warm leads into businesses. And at the end of the day, leads is what it's all about. And that is the value. Value is, hey, we're going to generate leads for your business if that's applicable. We're going to generate followers for all of your social media pages, as well as we're going to increase your brand recognition. And keep in mind, this is all while you are helping them either eliminate or reduce their paid ad spend. Because every company that you're going to work with, unless they're an influencer, probably is spending a significant amount of money every month on paid ads. Once you get to a certain level with organic media, you don't even need to spend money on paid ads anymore. Like Amalfi Jets, I guarantee you they're not spending more than like 10 grand a month on ads right now because their organic presence is so good that they're just getting so many leads from their organic content. They don't even have to spend money anymore. It is the gift that keeps on giving. Once you understand that, and once you can talk to anybody and communicate the value of clipping, that is when you should start going into campaigns yourself, making yourself known, and being active in the chat. What I typically do is I will go on the Discover page. I'll go down to content rewards. I'll see all the content rewards and I'll sort by the highest available budgets. These are obviously people who have money and they want to get their content out there. And most likely they have something on the back end that's helping them monetize the organic views that you're going to generate them. Your job is to find campaigns with high budgets but little spend. Go into those campaigns, such as Tim Sykes, which we actually manage. Go into the chat, be as active as possible, help people out as much as you can, and get the attention of the people who actually own the campaign. Once you do that, you can shoot them an Instagram DM, LinkedIn email, or just a regular email and get their attention. Say, look, I've been in your chat. Clearly, you guys need some help. You then go in and communicate your value, you communicate your social media expertise, and you also explain to them how good you are at Whop and how familiar you are with the platform. Then you pitch them and you say, look, I will take 15% of the budget. I will make sure every video has USA or other tier 1 countries as the primary demographic. Because again, you don't want to be getting these people junk views from India, Philippines, etc. You want them to be tier 1 USA, Canada, Germany, etc. Those kind of countries. Also going to be managing all of the submissions, meaning you control what videos get paid and approved so that you can ensure that their budget gets the best spend possible. And then obviously you can be doing chat moderation, making sure everybody's staying positive, as well as you can host weekly live calls, which we do pretty frequently in our groups. And it's just a good thing to justify that 15. Once that's done, you can bill them over Stripe. You can bill them over email. But literally, we're about to bill another like $15,000 worth of credit cards right now for Whop budgets directly. And we've already done 10K this month and we're 4 days in. So $25,000 essentially in 4 days of the month. It's pretty insane. Not many people are talking about it. And also, guys, you don't even have to do this on Whop. You can hire your own in-house team so that you don't even have to go on Whop. You can just hire your own editors and clip for big influencers and streamers without ever having to be on the Whop platform or having to manage these big budgets, right? That means people would just pay you like a monthly flat fee of like $2,000 a month for 2 clips per day. Now, the way that you sell that instead of trying to sell Whop is by saying, look, instead of having this big amount of volume where you can't really control the narrative, instead, we use our in-house team to control the narrative, create higher quality clips, and distribute them properly, consistently every single day. So there's 2 different ways that you can go about it. We actually started as only offering this. So I would say this makes up about 60% of our entire business right now, and more like 70%. And then the Whop deals, which only started about 60 days ago, took over like 30 to 40% of our entire business, which is awesome because it's helped us scale a lot. But if you guys are like just looking to start out in the space, doing this in-house method, like hiring editors over LinkedIn. I have a ton of other videos on my channel about like how you can start this. And I'll actually do another one this week on starting it without Whop. Probably title it like how to start clipping without Whop, but that video will come later this week. If you guys want to work with me one-on-one, I will have that link below. I'll help you build your clipping agency, help you understand social media, build your personal brand, whatever you want to do to make money on social media. Obviously, no guarantees, none of that kind of stuff. But you get to pick my brain. You get me one-on-one. I'm not just going to hand you off to somebody. Most, coaching programs. I'd also love for you guys to follow me on my Instagram at Nathan Johnson. I post a lot there. I post a lot of reels, and it just means a lot when you guys see this video and say, dang, this guy actually taught me a lot. I never thought about things this way. I'm going to go drop him a follow on Instagram. It does mean a lot, as well as at NateJBiz on TikTok. Now, I hope you guys enjoyed. Comment down below. I'm going to try and answer all the comments on this video. I've been pretty bad about that recently, but I'm going to try and help you guys out. I also have a Discord community, a paid and a free one, for those who are trying to get into this and talk to like-minded individuals. But yeah, guys, until next time, hope you guys enjoyed. Peace.